What if I told you that making $10,000 in 30 days was a lot more achievable than you think? And so to prove it wasn't just luck, I put this same process into practice and I was able to go from 0 to 7.5k per month in 90 days with a brand new offer starting from scratch. And I didn't spend a single cent on paid advertising to make this possible. Now, since it's probably the first time you and I meet, why should you listen to me? My name is Fred and I went from struggling financially over 5 years ago to making upwards of $1,000 per day in profit with my consulting business in my early 20s. It's allowed me to live a life I honestly never thought I could have. So share this video with a friend, drop a comment, and to thank you, when we get to 100,000 subs, I will be giving away $10,000. The first step, if you want to be able to go from 0 to 10k per month as quickly as possible, is to pick the right business opportunity. So typically in any business, you can sell services, and that also includes coaching offers, so not just services that you deliver for other people, or you can sell physical products like a table, like a microphone, like a piece of clothing. So that's the two big categories of businesses. So that's the first question we need to find the answer to. Should we sell physical products or should we sell services? Well, to be completely honest with you as a beginner, please stay the hell away from product-based businesses. I'll tell you a funny story. Back in 2019-2020, with one of my friends, I was still a broke high school student, he was working a part-time job, and we saw videos on YouTube about how to start a dropshipping business. And so we decided to get started, but we never even took the time to analyze the business model on a fundamental level, because if we had, we would have seen how flawed it was. And so we found a winning product, which is basically a cool and a trendy product, by spying on the competition's top performing ads, and we decided to sell a flat squeeze mop for $50. So I built a Shopify store around it and I created some ads for Facebook ads. And when I clicked on the button to launch the ad, then I went to the living room to have dinner with my parents, and when I came back to my room, I noticed on my phone dozens of WhatsApp notifications from my friend. He was going crazy because we had gotten our very first online sale. Somebody literally bought a flat squeeze mop from us for $50 just because they saw our ad. So it was a crazy moment in my life because it made me realize you could actually make money online. I was just doing some work in my bedroom and I got paid for it. How crazy was that? But unfortunately, it would have been too good to be true if we kept making money. So what ended up happening is that Facebook ads quickly ate up all of our ad budget. It would also constantly ban our ad accounts without giving us a proper explanation. Because you have to realize that ever since dropshipping became a very popular business model, plenty of people tried to get started and lots of people actually scammed consumers. So they pretended to ship out the products, but they never actually did. And so advertising platforms, especially Facebook, started to heavily restrict dropshipping activity for all the reasons I just mentioned. And so we'd spend weeks finding a winning product, building a store, only to have our ad accounts banned by Facebook for no apparent reason. And so in the end, we only had a few sales and we lost close to $3,000. So unless you're a veteran entrepreneur, and by veteran, I mean you've at least made $1 million in your career, do not go for e-commerce. It's a very profitable industry if you know how to do it right. But as a beginner, you don't have $10,000 to invest in starting a dropshipping store. And on top of that, even if you somehow managed to make $10,000 per month by selling physical products, your profit margins would be extremely thin, 5 to 20% on average. So if we do the math together, 5 to 20% of $10,000 only comes down to $500 up to $2,000. So it's nothing compared to how much you made initially. And in business, what matters, it's what you keep, not what you make. Because that's how plenty of dropshipping gurus fool you with their big numbers. They say, I've made $100,000, but then you realize only 5% was profit. So they only made $5,000. If I make $100,000 in my business, I'm going to keep $95,000. So can you see the difference? And that's because my business is a consulting business. I started off by selling services, but nowadays I sell coaching offers. So if you take a look at the first videos I posted on my YouTube channel back in 2022, I was doing done-for-you lead generation services as well as a bit of consulting for business owners. I was helping them to book more meetings with their ideal customers, and I was able to command high ticket prices because I was solving painful problems for people. Now to help you, I've recorded a free video in which I share with you everything I did step by step to make upwards of $1,000 per day, most of it being profit, with my own consulting business. And in that video, I'm also going to share with you the only 3 things you need to do to have a profitable online business that allows you to be financially free. I will leave the link in the description below. Or you can also directly apply to book a call with me or my team, and we'll see if we can help you to start your business. And you have to understand that the consulting industry is a gigantic industry. Currently, it's estimated at $250 billion, and experts predict that number will rise to $495 billion by 2033. So if you get started today, you benefit from this exponential growth curve in this new booming industry, because the longer you wait, the harder it gets. Now, if you were to start a consulting business, so you were to sell services or coaching offers, how many clients would you need to be able to make $10,000 per month? Let's do the math together. You would only need a handful of customers, 10 clients at $1,000 or 5 customers at $2,000. That's it. So with only a handful of customers, you are already making top 1% income. Whereas with a dropshipping business, you sell a $50 product, you would need to convince hundreds of people to buy from you every single month, which is very difficult. So now that you know which business model you need to work on, it's time to go ghost. It's time to remove all distractions and to make it happen. Because you could have the perfect business on paper, but if you do nothing with that information, nothing's gonna happen. So the quicker you want to see results, the quicker you need to move. And in life, I like to alternate between 2 different seasons, grind mode and relax mode. In grind mode, you work really hard to achieve your goals and to move the needle forward in your business. And in relax mode, you take it easy, you let your foot off the gas for a bit, and you just do whatever you want. You can go on holiday, you can have fun with the people that you love, you can focus on your favorite hobbies and activities, because it allows you to just enjoy your days guilt-free, because the rest of the time, when you're in grind mode, you work extremely hard. Currently, that's exactly what I'm doing. At the time I'm recording this video, I'm up at 5 AM every single morning, and I begin my work session at 5:30 AM, and I'm done at like 7 PM, so I work pretty much all day. But right now I'm also working a lot more, and it's been 12 days in a row. I haven't taken a single day off, because in a couple days, I'm going to be traveling and to enter relax mode. So I've found it so much easier to stick to grind mode or fully relax mode. But when you try to do both at the same time, it becomes chaotic, it becomes a mess. I don't personally like it, and I'm not productive. Now there's a key mindset shift I would like to share with you, because if you can implement this mindset shift, it will make a world of difference. You have to understand that the client needs you more than you need them. Why? Because they have a painful problem they've been dealing with for months, and a lot of the time it's been years, but you know exactly how to fix their problem, so they need your help. And if a client doesn't sign up with you, you are never losing. You're either winning, getting some clients, making some money, helping people, it's amazing, but if you don't sign that customer, you can reach out to other people, or other inbound leads will come your way. There is an abundance of leads out there, of potential customers that you could help. So if somebody doesn't sign up with you, it's their loss. They'll keep struggling, but you'll move on to another prospect and make some money, sign customers. And whenever you don't sign up somebody, you're learning valuable lessons that you'll be able to use to increase your sales ability and to later on convert more customers. You'll be able to understand your market properly, their desires, their frustrations, their problems, what they want, and then you'll be able to come up with better offers and to then sign on more customers. So you're never losing, you're always winning. Now what offer should you sell? With my clients, it's the first thing we work on, helping them to pick a niche, an offer, and a pricing. So some of my clients, to give you an example, they provide lead generation services and they charge thousands of dollars per month to their customers for that. But I have people who sell coaching offers, like emotional intelligence coaching. Yes, believe it or not. I have people who sell fitness coaching. I have people who also help others to invest in the stock market or in real estate. So you can really work with any niche as long as you can solve a painful problem for them. And so back in 2022, I started originally by selling a service because I felt like I had no expertise to coach people. But because for me, selling services wasn't fulfilling, I transitioned into coaching. And nowadays, I help people to build a profitable consulting business, even if they're starting from scratch. Now you may be wondering, okay, that's great. I understand this is a crazy opportunity. I have my niche. I know exactly what to sell to them. But how do I get in front of my ideal customers? How do I get customers in the first place? And how do I do it without breaking the bank and spending tens of thousands of dollars on paid advertising? We do this through targeted social media content. The reason I make content is to attract my ideal customers to me without having to spend money on paid ads. Paid advertising is extremely effective if you know how to use it and you have a big budget. But even if you do have a big budget for ads, you should always be making content, because if you're not, you're leaving thousands of dollars, even millions of dollars on the table, depending on which level you're at. Because you really need to understand that you could have the best product or the best service in the world, but if you get no visibility, it simply will not matter. Because right now I can tell you for a fact, there are some brands, some of your competitors, they make 100 times, even 1,000 times more money than you do, and it's not because they're better at what they do, it's not because they sell better products or services, it's simply because they get more visibility than you do. Nowadays, attention is the real currency. It's no longer US dollars, Australian dollars, British pounds or euros. Nowadays, the real currency is visibility. Because having a great product but no visibility is exactly the same thing as having a tea shop in the middle of the desert. I'm sure you realize you could be selling the highest quality tea in the world, but if nobody ever walks past your shop or enters it, you're not gonna make any money. While the shops in London that might be selling subpar tea in terms of quality, they'll make 100 times, 1,000 times more money than you, because they simply get more visibility, more traffic, and that's why we make content. Now look, the only thing that's standing between you and making 10K per month, having a profitable business that allows you to be financially free and to travel the world, it's literally just not getting started, not having a clear step-by-step process to follow. But if you are part of that minority of ambitious individuals who's committed to building a profitable business in 2025, I invite you to check out the free resources I made for you in the description below, or to directly apply to book a call with me or my team, and we'll see if we can help you to grow your business. With that being said, I'll be waiting for you on the other side.